Hi guys, my name is Cameron and today I'm going to be going through my phonetic alphabet cabinet. I'm going to go through this really quickly because you're probably a mom and you probably don't have much time. I am a homeschool mom to a preschooler. I have a bachelor's degree in early childhood education, was a homeschool nanny, and have been a foster parent. So those are my credentials. If you are completely unfamiliar with the phonetic alphabet cabinet, I'm going to put a link below. It is a Montessori concept. I'm not going to get into all that. What I'm going to go into first is where to source your items, because this is where I had an issue. Source your items on a budget. Then I'm going to go through second the really difficult letters that I had a hard time finding things. And then I'm going to go through the rest of the letters. So that's what we're going to do. Okay, so the first thing to source your items, the easiest thing is just go through your house and find things that you already own. That's the easiest. The second tip is find friends with broken kids' toys. A lot of times kids will just have like tiny toys, tiny things that they accumulate around their house, and then you don't know what to do with it, and it's kind of broken. You don't have the rest of the set. So finding like just somebody that has kids that have toys that are just getting lost and broken and played with, and maybe you don't have the complete set anymore. Then Playmobil and Lego. So Playmobil is like a plastic toy system similar to Lego, but they have a lot of tiny things. Let me show you one random example here. So this is just like a random person, but they have sets for everything. And so if you have Playmobil, or you have a friend that has kids that are into Playmobil, maybe ask them for if you're looking for a specific item, if they have something like that in their set. The next one is my single biggest hack, and that is erasers. So I don't know, it's some sort of a trend right now with kids that erasers in all different shapes of strange objects. So this is like a pizza shaped eraser. If you go to the craft store, the dollar store, Walmart, and you go to the school supply or the toy section, you're gonna find a whole bunch of weird shaped erasers. So erasers, also the favor section at the party store at Walmart. So just the small little items to put in favor bags. And then my last spot to find things would be the jewelry section. So a lot of times like charms, just pieces that go with jewelry. You can go to the craft store, or again, if you have somebody that has kids that their daughter was like into jewelry making or something, see what they have. So next we're gonna go through the box, the hard letters. I got my box, this is a Craftsman box off Amazon for maybe $20. I would say that I sourced everything in this box for under $75, including the box. I really didn't buy much. So this is a search and a process that you don't want to do quickly. It took me over 6 months of slowly gathering and looking, and I'm still adding things because it's an addiction. I promise, once you start one of these, you will be finding tiny pieces of things everywhere, and it's like wherever you are, you're looking for tiny pieces. So we are going to go through the difficult letters first. So let's start the end of the alphabet. So for Z, I have a zipper, again, craft store. And for each of my boxes, I did put a physical letter. So I got from the craft stores a set of the whole alphabet just to have the physical letter. I have a tiny zip tie, and I have a picture of a zebra. Now, I don't really have hardly any just pictures, but for some of the harder letters, I did, but you could find a little figurine. And the thing is, it's based on your child's interest and what they know. So my 3-year-old is familiar with a zip tie because they do construction with my dad and my husband and my dad, so they know what a zip tie is. Your 3-year-old may not know what a zip tie is, so it's just gonna depend on the child. Okay, so that was Z. Y was another difficult one. So I have a piece of yarn. I have a picture of a yacht, and of course the letter Y, and then a yellow paint sample. You could do like a yellow crayon. I just had a yellow paint sample. Again, trying to use what I had. Okay, U was another difficult one. Of course, I have the letter U. I have an umbrella. This was from a Playmobil set. So umbrella. I also had United States, a picture, underwear, a picture, I have a girl, so it's a picture of girls' underwear, and a tiny charm from a jewelry making set of an umbrella. So that was you. Again, we're going through the hard letters, so I have more pictures for the hard letters. Okay, for you, or excuse me, for V, I have a van. So little matchbox cars work well. I have a tiny vase, a violin. This is an eraser. It came from a music eraser set. And then I have a picture of a vacuum. I wanted to have at least 3 or 4 items in each box. Some of the harder letters, that was tough. Okay, for the W, I have a wheel, wrench, walrus. If you go and find the little tube minifigures, they come in sets, or you can just look for minifigures online on Amazon. You could find a whole big package of animals. So walrus, wood, whale, 2 different watermelons. So this is a little wood crafting piece that's in the shape of a watermelon, a charm, watermelon charm, and then of course the letter W. Okay, X was really hard. So hence I only have an x-ray, a picture of an x-ray, and my toddler knows what that is because she's super into anatomy, and a xylophone. I think X might have been singularly the hardest letter, but if you have an older child, maybe you have a 5-year-old and you're doing your pre-reading skills, they might have more words in their vocabulary for the letter X than my 3-year-old does. Okay, so also we're gonna do Q. Q was hard. Q-tip, quill, now this is another Playmobil item, and quarter. My 3-year-old doesn't know what a quarter is. I don't know, maybe she'll be a banker. Okay, let's do, I think we're moving out of the difficult letters. So since we're kind of out of the difficult letters, I'm just gonna start at the beginning. Okay guys, so we've switched over to the easier letters now, and I'm just going to show you each drawer. So I've got an acorn, ant, and astronaut charm for A. You could put a real acorn in there. A was a pretty easy one. Okay, B, we have a lot. So we have this is like a glass bird figurine, a bucket from the Playmobil stuff, bell. This is a button, bear button. Again, buttons were a great source. Boombox, B, butterfly, bone, and bead. So that is everything for B. I hope this gives you guys some ideas. C, we have car, comb, cloud, circle. This is just foam. We have a clip. You could use a hair clip. This is another button, carrot, chair, cardinal, cactus, and cabin. Okay, then for D, we have drum. I also have drumsticks in there, and this is an eraser. I have a tiny duck, a dog, and 3 different dragonflies of various kinds. Then for E, we just did E. We were going through E the other day. Okay, egret. This is just from a bird figurine set. Egret, excavator, eggplant button, and a tiny egg in there. Okay, for F, we have flamingo duck. It's like a duck, but it's a flamingo. 2 little frogs, a feather, a tiny fish eraser, and a flower. This is another charm. Okay, moving along, we have G, gemstone guitar. It's another eraser. Goat from a animal figurine set. Another guitar. Yes, there's a set of erasers, and a giraffe. This was from a Play-Doh mold set. So like I said, just go and find what you have around the house first before you buy anything. H, we have house, headphones, heart, hat. This is another Playmobil, and a heart charm from a jewelry set. This is I. I was another difficult one. I have an ice cube. You could also get those reusable ones from the store if you have any already. You could take one from those. Igloo, this was from an Arctic animal set. I made this out of felt. So if you're really desperate, you can make things with felt. Ice cream. So that, I forgot to put I in the difficult letters because that was a hard letter to source things for. Okay, J, we have jelly or jam, jaguar, jellyfish, and this was from a magnet set, and a jar. Okay, for K, we have a kayak. Stickers, puffy stickers are another great resource. Koala, a kettle. This is from Playmobil. Kiwi fruit, wood piece from the craft section. Key, kangaroo, puffy sticker, and a K. Then for L was a lot of fun. I have a lot of leaves. Leaves are pretty easy to find. Wood craft pieces from the craft section. Leaf buttons. I have a lettuce button, a piece of lemon, a lips charm, and a ladybug there. All right, moving on to M, excuse me. I have a rock with moss, microphone, a moose button, and maracas. These are erasers from that same music set. Now, the N was a difficult one. Noodle and needle. If you have any N suggestions, please drop them below. O, I made this out of felt, an orange slice. This is from a toy set, like a picture matching set that we ran out of the pieces. Orangutan, I didn't have the match anymore, and an owl. Then for P we have a lot. So we have a pig, piano, this is an eraser, pizza, pom-pom, a pen, paperclip, panda bear, felt panda bear, pen, another type of pen, a penny, a pepper button, and a pair of pants, a little charm in there. So that was P. We already did Q because that was a hard one. This is for R. We have rubber band, rectangle, radish. This is a button, a rose, a recorder, and again, this is from the eraser set, some rainbow charms, a rocking horse charm, and of course, a rock. Super easy. If you don't have a rock, then I can't help you. All right, S is a lot of fun too. So we have a screw, shell, square, saxophone from the same eraser set, stone, string, star button. We have a, what was this? Oh my gosh, this is a saber, I think, from a Playmobil set. A strawberry button, a little tiny snake, some charms. I have a strawberry, a shirt, and a spaceship charm. So there's always a lot to go for the letter S. You won't have any problems there. And I think this is the last one we have is T. Oh, you know what? I found a yogurt, picture of yogurt. I guess that goes with the Y. For T, we have a trailer. This is from a Matchbox car set. Triangle, trumpet from the eraser set, the tree and tomato buttons, tape, a tile, just an old bathroom tile, and a triangle charm. So I hope this gave you some inspiration. If you have any questions or suggestions, please leave them down below. Bye.